with Kristi Noem, Secretary of Homeland Security and woman who keeps insisting that she and her daughter get mistaken for sisters. She was down in Argentina this week to sign an important visa agreement. So as you would expect, this is the video she released. Government diplomacy or a Valtrex ad? I won't let sores stop me from getting in the saddle. Can you imagine how nervous that horse was? Remember, Kristi Noem shot her dog for talking back and then shot her goat to get rid of the witnesses. She was petting that horse like, this could go one of two ways, Seabiscuit. I dare you to give me a reason. All kidding aside, breaking news, we actually scored an exclusive interview with that very horse. Let's go live via satellite to Kristi Noem's horse. Oh. Oh, no. Ooh. This is awkward. Never mind. Let's move on to the Environmental Protection Agency, which used to protect the environment, but is now run by this man, Lee Zeldin, seen here watching an oil tanker crash into a coral reef. And he's telling the environment, hey, girl, it just feels better without protection.
A stunning reversal that could have unprecedented climate impact. The EPA is now looking to repeal a 2009 study linking man-made climate change to health hazards.
The 2009 declaration has served as the basis for climate regulations, like limiting emissions from cars and power plants. Now the White House is rolling it back in what EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin is calling the largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States.
All right, this is crazy. What kind of EPA chief wants to make the environment worse? Does he have that Munchausen by proxy thing where he gets off on making the planet sicker? Oh, Earth, you're coughing again. Here, take these special vitamins that are definitely not poison. But look, how would Zeldin know that climate change was a problem? It's not like he can just look at what's right in front of him.
EPA is proposing to rescind the 2009 Obama EPA endangerment finding to eliminate all of the greenhouse gas emissions regulations that followed, including electric vehicle mandates.
126 degrees, or as we'll call it in 20 years, winter. Gosh, in 20 years I'll be 35. Oh, yikes. Don't Google it. Let's move on to Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the only man who says, I'm all ears and means it. The State Department's latest target is something very close to my heart, cervix.
The government may destroy almost $10 million worth of birth control bought with tax dollars instead of sending it to women overseas. It's sitting in a warehouse in Belgium right now, and most of these items don't expire for another 2 to 3 years. But the State Department says they may have to burn all of this birth control now that USAID has been dismantled. Officials say it'll cost almost $170,000 to destroy all of those contraceptives.
Are you kidding me? They would rather spend $170,000 to destroy $10 million worth of birth control that they already bought rather than give it to women who need it? At least sell it. You're Donald Trump. Just slap your name on it. Call them Trump cooter shooters and rake in enough cash to pay down the national debt. I don't know. Figure it out. This is why people should start stocking up on birth control now. Personally, I always have at least 7 to 9 IUDs implanted at all times. You never know when the girl in the next stall is going to need one. And finally, let's move on to Pete Hegseth, the defense secretary who puts the tank in another Tanqueray, please. He's only been on the job for a few months, but he's already looking for a promotion.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has privately discussed running for political office next year, specifically for governor in his home state of Tennessee.
Wow, Pete, what an awesome idea. You'd be a great governor of Tennessee. I am so sorry, Tennessee, but you're just going to have to take one for the team on this. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Wow. It makes so much sense. You should just leave now and go do it. In fact, why waste time? You should resign yesterday. Tennessee, we are never going to forget you. Love you. R.I.P. Now, whether Pete would be a good governor or not, he could definitely use a change of scenery because after 6 months of dealing with leakers in the Defense Department, he's kind of starting to lose it.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has finally earned a rare rebuke from the White House over his obsessive paranoia about leakers inside the Pentagon.
Hegseth was directed by the White House to stop using polygraph tests to search for people leaking information to the media.
That's right. Hegseth has been polygraphing so many people, the White House had to tell him to stop. Do you know how paranoid you have to be for even Trump to be like, calm down, not everything's a witch hunt? And by the way, who's Pete Hegseth to be accusing other people of leaking? He's like, if you've got something to say, you don't text a reporter, you come to me, and then I'll leak it to a reporter on a Signal chat. That's the protocol, people. That's the protocol. For more on Pete Hegseth and his future as secretary, we go live to the Department of Defense with Jordan Klepper. Jordan, wait, are you hooked up to a polygraph machine?
Yes, I am, Desi. Pete Hegseth demands that anyone who even walks into the Pentagon has to be strapped to a lie detector test the whole time. So I've got electrodes strapped to my arms, my chest, and yes, the shaft of my penis.
Okay, you don't have to tell me where the electrode is.
It's on the shaft of my penis, Desi. They call it the old truth stump, but don't worry, it won't get in the way of reporting. I'm used to plenty of action down there. I haven't been touched down there since the Obama administration.
Gotta say, this seems like just another example of Pete Hegseth making a stupid decision.
Oh, Desi, Pete Hegseth isn't stupid. He's not some insecure drunk lashing out because he's lost control of his department. No, he definitely doesn't spend all day on his laptop Googling ideas for barbed wire tattoos.
Jordan, it feels like the machine says you're lying. You're not just repeating Pentagon talking points to keep your access to government officials, are you?
Oh, no. The electrodes are probably malfunctioning because my chest is so sweaty. Full disclosure, I just got back from pumping iron at the gym. I just did a run on the treadmill, so I did a Zumba class for the elderly. And I crushed it. Damn it.
Okay, let's get back on track. Isn't this terrible for morale?
At senior Zumba class? No, morale is through the roof, okay? The new instructor, Trish, knows her stuff, and I think she has a thing for me.
No, I mean at the DOD. This seems demeaning, right?
What? No. People love working at this place that has no weird smell. Okay, there is a smell, but it's excitement in the air. Okay, the smell is because someone threw up mezcal and Taco Bell. But I don't know who. It was Pete Hegseth. Yeah, he was here late last night hunting for woke.
Jordan, this report is not going well. Why don't you just wrap it up?
Fine. For The Daily Show, I'm Jordan Klepper, and I'm incredible in bed.
Wait. Incredible at what in bed?
Obviously, the sex thing. Eating cold cuts alone.